Welcome back. Lisa Briggs with the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. Again, the number to call, 608-270-9933. Okay, we got a caller on line 1 here, Dory from Madison. Dory, you there?
Yeah, hi.
Hi. What's your question?
I threw away the tag on my rosemary outside in the garden. It seemed to be doing well through I chanced it. It went down to 23. Went out the other day. The leaves were still alive. I covered it in plastic. It looks pretty cold under there. I don't think it's going to do below 0. Should I cover it with a box, or do I have to dig it up and bring it in, or just eat it and dry it and call it it?
Yeah, Dory, unfortunately, rosemary is not hardy here through our winters, so what I would do is if it's not quite dry yet, go out and harvest. And you can always take those leaves, strip them off, and put them in a freezer bag or grind them up in like a food processor with a little bit of olive oil and save it so you can use it, but the plant will not survive the winter outside, and you probably will not be able to dig it up considering how cold it's been. The ground is probably frozen.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Dory.
Thanks.
Let's move on now to Pat from Muskogee. Pat, you there?
Yes, I am. It's Muskogee.
Muskogee.
You've been schooled.
Sorry about that. Gotta change the pronunciation. All right. What's your question, Pat?
I have quite a collection here of plants, from Christmas cactus to lemon trees, basil, doing quite well. But what is poisonous for children or pets through the holidays especially? What are the main ones that might be no-nos?
Okay, so contrary to popular belief, things like poinsettias are not toxic to ingest. They'll cause some irritation, but they're not poisonous unless you ate gobs of it, and nobody's ever going to do that. I am not a doctor. I don't have all that stuff memorized, but if you contact our plant desk, and you can do it plantdesk@brucecompany.com, then Scott or Brittany, who man the plant desk, can send you a list of plants that are safe for kids and pets, sort of typical holiday plants, and they'd be happy to do that.
Well, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas to all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Too.
All right, let's move on. We got Donna from Mauston. Donna, you there?
Yes, I am.
What's your question?
I have this Christmas cactus that was given to me like 3 years ago. It's beautiful. It's growing, but I never get any blossoms. What's wrong with it?
So Donna, Christmas cactus or Thanksgiving cactus, which is probably what you have, their flower bud production is triggered by day length. So a lot of times people will have those cactuses in their house, in a room that they often use. So you have lights on for longer periods of time. And what you need to do to trigger the bloom production is to put it in a room where it's light during the day, but dark at night. And that's what will do the trick.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
All right.
Yes. Thank you. Have a good Christmas.
You too.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on now to Brenda from Janesville. Brenda, you there?
I am.
What's your question?
We have a young sunset red maple tree. It's about 2 to 3 years old, and I noticed that the trunk has some deep splits in it. And I'm wondering if we need to wrap that, put something around it for the winter to protect it.
What you have is called a frost crack, and it is pretty typical on new plants, young plants with really thin bark, like maples. And so what happens is usually on the south or west side, the sun will hit it in the winter, and the cells will sort of liven up, and then the plunging of the temperature in the night will cause those cells to rupture and cause a crack. It is cosmetic. If you want to wrap it, you can. It's not going to prevent anything. If you do wrap, use a light-colored one that'll cause the light to reflect off rather than to be absorbed by the trunk. And then it will just, over time, heal up, and you won't notice it in the future. But the tree is fine.
All right, well, we are out of time for now, but if
All
you're
right,
still
thank
on
you.
the line, please hold on. Lisa will answer your calls after the show. Now let's check in real quick with Josh with one last check of the weather.
All right, Shane, we are tracking those alert dates in the forecast again Thursday through Saturday. Julian will be back with an update for you on Live at 4. Have a good afternoon.